was just building something in Roblox Studio till I got the idea about, what if I make a rage-baiting game? This makes the obby annoying, and now I decided to write what is gonna be in the game. So this game is gonna be a guy in a bicycle with his kid. They are gonna be completing a hard obby just like Happy Wheels, but the kid can fall off. As you can see now I'm starting to model a bike by this source I got from the internet. I made a vehicle control for the bicycle, and this is what happened. I've put on 2 stabilizers and the only problem was the controls, so my plan is delete the stabilizers, and delete the option for these 2 wheels to rotate. They're actually gonna be 4 wheels but invisible, so the 2 bicycle wheels are just gonna be a decoration. And the bicycle's control actually works perfectly, and I'm finally done with creating it and functioning it, and now let's script it. Wait, I made a mistake. Let's try it again. Let me move the spawn location a little up. Works pretty well, but we forgot something, jumping. So I will create a quick script. Good, but the only problem is you can spam jump. I added in a dummy with ragdoll script on. It's glitching, so I decided to search for a real ragdoll. Okay, so I will attach it to the seat so it won't glitch or fall down. Works pretty well in my opinion. Let's see what happens, how it looks like from the player's bicycle. Okay, then let's add some fixing. Testing. Okay, it still doesn't work. Added some fixing and now it works. So the next thing I have to do, when the bicycle lands too fast then the kid will fall down. I made it and this script too, and now I should test it. It works. And I also fixed the spam jumping too. So let's go animate the character. Before animating I decided to lift up the handlebar so the character would hold it normally. And I now finally decided to animate the character. Okay, I finished this idle. I made a script out of it and now let's test. Looks like it needs some more fixing. I fixed the animation too and I quickly made a detector. Now I'm starting to make the bicycle's cranks. Now I'm trying to rig the bicycle. Well, it didn't work, so I made them a model. Okay, I rigged them and then I animated them. This is how it's supposed to look and this is how it looks. After hours of trying to find out how to fix this, I realized you need to make 2 animations for the 2 rigs animation to work. If you use one animation made with 2 rigs then it will not work, so you have to make a separate animation for them. But it at least works, but it looks weird, so I'll improve it. I only lifted up the bicycle's cranks but now it looks good. Now I'll animate the bicycle's steer like left and right. I finished with the bicycle's steer in seconds. I made its script and let me see. Alright, so it has bugs. Alright, I'm fixing it. Let me see. It works really good, and I also put if the kid falls down then your character resets. So let's do the map. So I first started with shrinking the baseplate and I decided the color of the baseplate is gonna be orange. And I started making my first obstacle, which are invisible lasers. When you touch them you will die, but it will leak their visibility. So you have to be smart or memorize where the lasers are and to avoid them. By the way, the textures on the baseplate are gonna be on all sides. I'm gonna script the laser at the end. Let's do an easier obstacle next, which is gonna be a giant baby sleeping, and when you touch its sensitive parts then it will wake up and cry so loud you die. I'm now making the 3rd obstacle, but I was thinking what if it was too hard. Let's test. Okay, I'll make another type. Let's test. 3rd attempt. 6th attempt. I'll build another obstacle, and it's gonna be about a hammer hitting everything in the path when you start till you stop. Another obstacle which a dog is gonna chase you in a hard obstacle. Your kid's falling chance will be high and there will be traps during the obstacle. This next obstacle will be a skill one. You have to keep being on your moving plate without falling down, and there will be also a moving laser, so you have to jump and keep your position on the plate. This obby will be also a balancing one, but the plate will go in a zigzag pattern. Okay, I built everything and the last stage is just gonna be a normal laser obby. The bike slides when it lands, so it won't be easy. I'm doing the baby script and I finished. Okay, let's fix, and now let's test. With the face, oh it doesn't work, so let's fix. I also made the hammer stage. Yeah, you can finish the stage too easily. I'm fixing it. I fixed it and let's try to finish. Yeah, it's hard. And now let's script the 5th stage. It doesn't work, but I put the dog jumping. Let's try to pull it down. And now I finally fixed it. Let's script the balance stage. Let's try the second time. And I think the lasers are gonna be too hard, so I'll make a boss because it's more fun. Now I'm gonna start creating the animations. Chair attack, riding into person, death. Now let's make the boss house and the script for the boss stage. Now let's test. Again. Before fixing the animation, let's add traps. Now let's test. It doesn't work as expected. Now let's make the boss's health. Now let's script it, and this activation too. It doesn't work, so let's fix it. Okay, now it works, so let's see if it works. Again. Now let's do the boss's dialogue label, and I put it in the boss stage script. Now let's test. Nothing happened. Now I put some adjustments in the end. And now I started doing these signs so you know how to beat the obby. Now let's add the final tiny details. I started doing the spawn points. Yeah, I think I will add some fixes in there. And I think I fixed it. But let's try that on the next stage. I made the laser trap finally and tested. It works, and I added the settings and the mobile jump feature. And I started to test the game with Alex, and in the end I noticed it still had bugs, so I fixed it. And this game was pretty hard and fun, honestly.
Why do we
beat
suck?
checkpoints and it took a long time to beat it, but we finally managed to beat it. And I can't believe it only took 3 days to make an absolutely hard game. And it also has some bugs left, like the last stage where the traps aren't getting deleted when you die, and sometimes the autosave checkpoint doesn't work. I hope you will like and subscribe and try out the game now.